Kind of nostalgic seeing this intro again. It's actually been a while since I rewatched episode 1. Looking back at it nowadays, there's a lot I'd want to change or rework, but hey, it is what it is. Maybe one day I'll think about doing a remake, I don't know. I haven't decided on that yet. Maybe y'all could decide that for me. Let me know what y'all think about it. Now, before I get into the topic of this video, if anyone wants to just see the animations I've got in the works, you don't want to hear none of my rambling and I just want to see what I'm working on, feel free to skip to the time code on the screen below. Now then, for those newcomers to the fold, welcome to the channel. The name's Rob Zombie, and I thank you for joining me on this journey. I am a Blender animator and the creator of Loveless. I started using Blender a little over 4 years ago, specifically to learn 3D animation. Because I've always wanted to be an animator, man. Ever since I was a kid, I grew up on anime and all that other shit, you know what I mean? So I've always wanted to be an animator. And Loveless, as I dubbed it, is an animation series project based on a fan fiction that I wrote some couple of years ago. This setting combines the worlds of 2 video game series, The Legend of Zelda, as we've come to already notice, and Fire Emblem. Yes, Fire Emblem. You're going to see some Fire Emblem characters in this. In fact, you're going to see a lot of Fire Emblem characters in this. Mainly 3 houses, 3 hopes, but there will be other appearances from the other games in the series, such as Awakening, Sacred Stones, Warriors, Heroes, etc., etc., etc. Hell, maybe even an Engage. Engage wasn't planned, but I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, still iffy on it. I might be able to work something in, I don't know. I still have to work on that. I haven't really decided on that aspect yet. On top of that, there will be a lot of cameos. I mean, a lot of cameos from the Zelda series, from Skyward Sword all the way down to Tears of the Kingdom and everything in between. You can expect to see some characters such as Gapora from Skyward Sword, Marin, Ingo, and Talon from Ocarina of Time, the Happy Mask Salesman, Anju and Cafe from Majora's Mask, without the Shoto shit. We're not going down that route. Can't go down that route. Ashe, the Adorner kids, Telma from Twilight Princess, a whole lot. It's a whole lot of them, man. And all of them are going to be reimagined in the cel-shaded art style of Breath of the Wild. I spent a lot of time reworking the lore for these respective properties, just so they can mesh together seamlessly. And I do believe I found the sweet spot for this down to the world map even, which reminds me, by the way, I do have a completed world map for the series down to the minute detail. You can check it out on my DeviantArt page, link in the description below. You'll also find a bunch of still renders and stuff. I do a bunch of renders on that page. You consider it concept art about different characters and scenes that I think a lot of you will appreciate. I think a lot of you will like it. Check it out. Now, to address some questions as to why I've been working mostly with the Gerudo all this time. And it's simple, really. I like the Gerudo. They're my favorite faction in the Zelda series. When I started this project, the Gerudo would have been the first faction I wanted to flesh out, since they will have the most changes to their race, lore-wise. 2 of the most obvious changes being, 1, there are actual male Gerudo now. Although there's a catch to this. Can't make them too OP. The female Gerudo outnumber the males 3-1, so the Gerudo will still be majority female. And 2, Ganondorf is king. That remains unchanged. But, and this is a big but now, it comes with some heavy caveats that will become very apparent later on in the story. I can't spoil it. If I say anything more, I will spoil it. I don't want to do that. You might also notice Riju's in the story. Well, it's simple. She plays the daughter and the princess of the Gerudo. That's basically it. And there's some other big cameos that I don't want to spoil yet for the Gerudo, but I think you guys will like what I'm doing with them. As for the rest of the factions, they remain largely unaltered, since I don't really see a reason to change much about them. They're as good as they are now, save for a few added characters and such. I will say, the Yiga clan are going to be a very, very serious threat in the series. Yeah, no more comical relief for these guys. They are going full on bloodlust. The Shika Yiga dynamic, that shit is going to explode. Just watch. Now, the big question. Where the hell is Link and Zelda? Well, the simple answer is they're there, alive and well. One thing you might notice if you visited my DeviantArt page, again, link in the description below, is that there's a Queen Zelda now. Yes, Zelda's mother is alive and well and plays an equally large role in the series, along with Princess Zelda, whom we all know and love. As for Link, he's a general in the Hylian army, essentially leader of the Hylian Royal Knights, and is still the champion of Hyrule, so that remains largely unchanged. He's also got a family now, the whole wife and 2 kids thing. Y'all might be surprised who his wife is. Some may or may not like the decision, but I promise it's for good reason. That would make much sense later on down the line. Trust me, I thought of everything. But anyway, enough of my rambling. Without further delay, let's take a look at what I got cooking in the oven.